Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about why I think Nemesis Sub-Terra could potentially return in 2023. Now if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically Nemesis Sub-Terra was a indoor attraction located at Alton Towers. It first opened in 2012. It is a indoor drop tower ride. It's multiple different attractions in one. It's an elevator ride combined with a drop tower, and it's supposed to be like an immersive indoor experience. It first opened in 2012 in Forbidden Valley. Obviously, as you can imagine by the name, it is themed around the same storyline as the Nemesis roller coaster, but it only operated for 3 years and it closed in 2015 along with a few other rides at Alton Towers. Now, the actual building itself has been abandoned ever since. They've never demolished it or anything. It's been standing there for 7 years, obviously untouched. Apart from recently, there's been a bit of work in the actual building itself. There's been different staff members cleaning up the actual inside of the building, and some refurbishing all the inside of the queue line and in the building. So that's actually sparked rumours that could Nemesis Sub-Terra reopen next season. And even more recently, this sparked more the rumour of Nemesis Sub-Terra when Alton Towers announced that Nemesis will be closing on the 6th of November this year. And obviously the reason for Nemesis closing is because it's going to be closed the entirety of next season for a retrack. They're going to replace all the main track and it's going to reopen in 2024. And obviously, because Nemesis is going to be closed all next season, that would mean that the capacity of Forbidden Valley in terms of attractions will be quite low. Obviously they've got Galactica, Blade and Funkenfly in that area. That's if Funkenfly returns next year, because even if it does, it's been quite unreliable this year. Blade is a pirate ship ride, but mainly, obviously Galactica is a B&M flying coaster. That's probably the second most popular attraction in the area, but the main crowds go to Forbidden Valley for Nemesis, and that's going to be an entire attraction closed, meaning that the capacity of Alton Towers is going to be a lot lower. So it makes sense to open Nemesis Sub-Terra at least for next season to fill in the queues, not to fill in the queues, to make the queues less crowded, because obviously a lot of people go to Alton Towers to ride Nemesis. And if Nemesis is going to be closed all of next season, then the queues are going to be a lot bigger, because they'll probably be getting the same amount of crowds next year. But because a lot of them want to go on Nemesis, they'll be going on other attractions, meaning the queues are going to be bigger. So it would actually make sense to reopen Nemesis Sub-Terra. Plus, like I said earlier, there's been some work taking place around that whole area. Now, before Nemesis was announced to be closing, in fact long before this, like a few months ago, it was rumoured to be a new scare maze for Scarefest 2022. But since the invitation was announced to be an audio experience by Darkfield, that rumour has been buried in the ground. But seriously, Nemesis Sub-Terra, obviously since the invitation was announced to be an audio experience, that rumour is no longer a thing. It's literally this whole construction around where Freak Show Toxic Junkyard was, meaning that they're not going to use Nemesis Sub-Terra for Scarefest, despite that building actually being used for a scare maze a few years ago with Project 42. That was a scare maze a few years ago, but the last time it was used as a scare maze was in 2019. Since then it's kind of just been sat there abandoned. Although, like I said, there's been a lot of work taking place around that area recently. Plus, when Alton Towers announced that Nemesis would be closing, they kind of made it kind of like a little bit of a cryptic message saying, Nemesis closing by order of the Phalanx. And if you don't know who Phalanx are, they're basically they're like a organisation within the Nemesis Sub-Terra storyline that are overseeing and researching the actual Nemesis alien itself. And obviously it's a fictional organisation that's mainly within the actual Nemesis Sub-Terra storyline. Although technically the Phalanx exists within all of the Nemesis storylines, because they're all connected, it's mainly in Nemesis Sub-Terra. So, could we see Nemesis Sub-Terra opening for next season? I mean, it's likely. If it is, then we're likely to get an announcement from Alton Towers themselves within the next couple of months. But if Nemesis Sub-Terra does reopen, I could see it opening with kind of brand new special effects, because That was because it would make the attraction a bit more immersive than it was a few years ago. But I'm pretty sure they would actually have to physically replace the ones that were there before, because I saw some photos online and they'd ripped out all of the original, or a lot of the original theming and special effects in the attraction. So if it was to reopen next year, they'd have to replace all that. But I do not know, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, Nemesis is closing on the 6th of November. And obviously there's a lot going on at Alton Towers for the near future. The Jewel is closing and is likely going to reopen next season. Nemesis is closing and is going to reopen in 2024, plus Project Horizon. That's going to be really interesting to see. I want to thank you all very much for watching this video. And if you enjoy it, then please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your likes in the next video. Bye!